In your notebook, write today's state 7.4, solve linear systems by multiplying first. The objective is that you will learn how to solve system of linear equations using two variables by multiplying first. So copy question number 6. Now, if you look at this question, you got one equation and the second equation. So I'm going to call this as my equation number 1 and this as my equation number 2. So if you look at both the equations, there is no way you can cancel the x's because one of them is a 10, the other one is a 2. You cannot cancel the y's. One of them is a 9, the other one is a 3. You can only cancel them if they have the same coefficient, which is the same number. So since you cannot cancel them, you got an option of changing either the x to a 10 or changing the y to a 9. If you get a 9y, then you can cancel the y's. If you get a 10x, then you can cancel the x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my equation number 2 and I'm going to multiply it by 3. You can also multiply it by 5. Whether you choose to multiply it by 5 or whether you choose to multiply by 3, the way that you work out the answer will be different, but the final answer will be the same. So now I'm going to put a line. So my first equation stays the same, which is 10x minus 9y equals 46. So that one stays the same. My second equation, I'm multiplying it by 3. So every single term, I'm multiplying it by 3. So negative 2 multiplied by 3 is going to give me negative 6x. And positive 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give me positive 9y. Equal sign stays the same. 10 multiplied by 3 is going to give me a 30. So keep in mind, I'm going to highlight and show that you multiply all of them by 3. So now I'm going to put a line and I'm going to see if there is any terms that I can cancel. So negative 9, positive 9. So in this case, I'm going to cancel the 9y's. So negative 9y, positive 9y, cancel. And I'm going to combine 10x and negative 6x to give me 4x, equal sign. 46 and 30 combines to give me 76. This is your one-step equation. Divide by 4 on both sides. Cancel. You got x equals 19. So once you get your x equals 19, now comes your next step. You can either choose to use the first equation or the second equation. Always go back to the one of the original equations. Don't go to the altered ones. So if I remove all of this out of the way, and I got x equals 19. So I'm going to use equation number 2. Like I said, it doesn't matter whether you choose to use equation 1 or equation 2. So negative 2x plus 3y equals 10. So negative 2 times 19. My x in this case is going to be 19. So I'm going to highlight and show you. The x, I am changing it as 19. Plus 3y equals 10. So this is going to give you negative 38 plus 3y equals 10 plus 38 on both sides. This is your two-step equation. Cancel. 3y equals 48. This is your one-step equation. Divide by 3 on both sides. And you get 1, 6. So this is your y. So the solution is always looking like x comma y. So the solution in this case is your x value was 19, your y value was 16, and that is the answer. And if they ask you after you're done solving, just give me the domain value, then you're going to write just 19. If they ask you the range, then you're going to just give 16. Your domain is your x, your range is your y. Copy question number 10. If you have done copy down question number 10, now if you look at this, the first equation and the second equation, there is nothing to cancel. You cannot cancel the x because one of them is a 2, the other one is a 3. You cannot cancel the y's because one of them is a 5, the other one is 11. For you to cancel, they have to be the same. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to multiply my first equation by 3. And my second equation, I'm going to multiply by 2. The reason why I'm going to multiply is because of what I'm going to highlight. So the second equation, I'm going to multiply by 2, which is coming from here. The first equation, I'm going to multiply by 3, which is going to come from here. So watch what's going to happen. So when I multiply my first equation by 3, it's going to change to negative 6x. I'm going to highlight. I'm going to multiply all of them by 3. So that is going to be negative 6x minus 15y equals 9 times 3, 27. My second equation, I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6x, 11 times 2 is 22y, 4 times 2 is 8. Now the reason why I choose to multiply the first equation by 3 and the second equation by 2 is because I'm taking this and this and I'm just reversing it and multiplying it. So now if I look at the new equations, so negative 6x and 6x, they can cancel. So in this case, I'm going to cancel my 6x. So these two can cancel. And negative 15y, positive 22y combines to give you 7y. And 27 and 8 combines to give you 38, 35. So this is your one-step equation. Divide by 7 on both sides. Cancel. And you get y equals 5. So once you get y equals 5, now you need to go back to your original equation. You can take either one of the original equation. So you get y equals 5. So I'm going to take equation number 1, which is this. So I'm going to go minus 2x minus 5y equals 9. And I'm going to write minus 2x minus 5 times 5 equals 9. Watch the one that I'm going to highlight. My y is a 5, so y changes to 5. So now I have negative 2x minus 25 equals 9. This is your two-step equation, plus 25 on both sides. Cancel. Minus 2x is equal to 34. This is your one-step equation. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. Cancel. X equals negative 17. So now the solution is always looking like x comma y. So my x in this case is negative 17 and my y is 5. So if the final question is asking you what is the domain, the answer will be negative 17. The range will be 5. Pause the video, copy this question down. Now this is your equation number 1. This is your equation number 2. So if you look at them, you cannot cancel the x because one of them is 7, the other one is 2. You cannot cancel the y's because one of them is a 3, the other one is a 5. So what you're going to do is you are going to multiply first. So the first equation, I'm going to multiply. The second equation, I'm going to multiply. So look at the one that I'm going to multiply. The first equation, I'm going to multiply by 2. My second equation, I'm going to multiply by 7. So I'm just going to reverse it and I'm going to multiply. So my first equation I'm multiplying by this 2. My second equation I'm multiplying by the 7. So now I'm going to get a new set of equations. So the first equation, watch ones that I'm going to highlight. So all of this I'm going to multiply by 2. So 7 times 2 is 14x. 3 times 2 is 6y equals minus 24. 4. So now my second equation, I'm going to multiply it by 7. So 7 times 2 is 14x plus 35y equals, use your calculator and you're going to get 266. So now you get new set of equations. So once you get the new set of equations, now you're looking at them and you are realizing that you can cancel the 14x because they both look alike. The only condition is this: 14x is positive, this 14x is also positive. So for you to cancel, one of them has to be positive, one of them has to be negative. So what I'm going to do is, with the second equation, I'm going to reverse the signs for all. So when I'm talking about reversing the signs, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this positive to a negative. You might want to pause the video and rewind this segment again to understand. And this positive, I'm going to change it to a negative. And this positive, I'm going to change it to a negative. So just basically reversing the signs for all the terms. So now you can cancel 14x, negative 14x cancels. Positive 6, negative 35 gives you negative 29y. And negative 266 combines with negative 24 to give you negative 290. This is your one-step equation. Divide by negative 29 on both sides. Cancel, and you get y equals 10. So once you get y equals 10, all that is left is to take this y equals 10 and go back and substitute it in one of the original equations. So you get y equals 10. So let's use equation 2. This is my equation number 1. This is my equation number 2. You can use either equation number 1 or equation number 2, and both of them will yield the same answer. So using equation number 2, 2x plus 5y equals 38. So you get 2x plus 5 times 10 equals 38. So you get 2x plus 50. So this is solving a two-step equation. Minus 50 on both sides. This is your one-step equation. Divide by 2. And you get x equals negative 6. So the solution always looks like x comma y, which is an ordered pair. So my x value is negative 6 and my y value is 10. And this is the answer. So my solution is negative 6, 10, and the domain is negative 6, the range is 10.